Hello, my name is Kiana, and the topic that I decided to research was the effects of resistance training in youth athletes. The purpose of my research was to study the benefits that resistance training has on athletes' physical health and their physical performance. The first article that I researched spoke about the physical response that resistance training had in athletes based on the amount of time that they trained. There was a study that was conducted with student athletes aged 13 to 18, where students from different sports groups, were implemented in different groups and had different training programs. So there were groups that had only free weights, groups that had machines and free weights. And the study was recorded over several weeks. And at the end of the study, there was improvement in the athlete's muscular strength, speed, and agility. The second article that I researched spoke about the importance of an athlete's physical health and how implementing a resistance training program will overall impact the athlete's health. According to the article, resistance training improves muscular endurance, strength, and their physical performance. As well, the article spoke about how female youth athletes can also be positively benefited by resistance training. Apparently, female athletes are more prone to getting knee injuries than their male peers. So by implementing resistance training to strengthen up the muscles around the knee, it can prevent an ACL tear, for example. The third article actually speaks about similar things in the first and second article, but this one speaks about mainly the muscular performance as a whole. It goes into detail about the muscular growth, endurance, and power as well. Does resistance training have a positive effect on youth athletes? Yes, it does. It, like mentioned before in the other two articles, it does increase muscular strength, it does increase muscular endurance, power, and their overall performance. All of this can play a big role in an athlete who is competing, and resistance training does show effects for those. As well, with anything that has positive effects, there are always some type of negative effects as well. One big effect that may be considered will be a risk of injury. Resistance training does have a big risk of injury if not used correctly. So according to one of the articles, athletes' improper use of machines or incorrect maneuvers of free weights can lead to injury, as well as a coach and athlete's miseducation on how to properly use weights or complete a movement. As well as that, there is a risk of overtraining. Athletes who overtrain, who train for long periods of time with minimal breaks, can see little to no results from overtraining, and they may plateau. Some future research and limitations. A limitation that I believe that I would have from my research would be that the studies that I researched, the data is from 2013 and 2016. It's 2019 now, and there may have been an improvement in some studies, and maybe have been an improvement in athletes' performance from resistance training. And as well, there were very little results of how a specific resistance training program can benefit a youth athlete. So I believe that my future research would be what methods of training can positively impact a youth athlete specifically. And that is it. Thank you.